All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on. Thank you for joining me live here. I don't think anyone's live here with me yet, but if you want to watch these Madden simulations, we can. Obviously, you're going to be jumping in there afterwards anyway. So Madden is a little bit behind here. It is Saturday morning. The games start here in about 3-4 hours or so. At least the Saturday games, but they still have on the play now the wild card weekend up. So we're going to go to custom game. We're going to do simulations. We're going to do 10. I think at one point I said I was going to do 20. We're going to do 10 because I don't have a ton of time here. It's 10:15 in the morning, and I do have to leave in about 2 hours. So hopefully we can get all these done. Okay, so we're going to do simulations. We're going to start. We're not going to start with my Chiefs. We're going to start in order that they go, which I believe. Hang on, let me look at the schedule here. All right, NFL game Saturday. So Texans and Ravens will be first. Okay, so the home team would be the Ravens. So let's go ahead and select the Ravens. Oh, here, before we do this, let's make sure we have our rosters completely updated. Um, Update rosters. You already have the latest roster update. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the mindset that the latest roster update has all the latest and greatest players who are playing and not playing, which we'll just have to. Like I said, this is not perfect simulation, but um, okay, custom game. Okay, so let's get the Ravens here. They're the home team. And the visiting team would be the Texans. Okay, so in order for me to do the simulation, to do the fast sim, I'm gonna have to control one team. So I will always control the home team. Okay, skill level pro, advanced set. Make sure. Let's check our advanced settings. I don't know what NFL Live playbooks mean. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so and also to be consistent, we're gonna say everyone's gonna focus on throwing it short or throwing it medium. So the Ravens will focus on throwing it. We'll say throwing it short, and the game planning for the Ravens will be to defend the short pass. That's gonna be we're gonna say that for each game. All right. This is a. Well, it's not really a Super Bowl. I guess we'll just do exhibition. I'm a little concerned about the playoff or the overtime rules. I wish there was a setting for event type to be playoffs. Even teams off, quarter length, 6 minutes is fine. Ravens. Okay, the time is going to be. We'll say will it be 4:15, and the weather is going to be overcast. Okay. let me just, okay, we're going to jump forward here. Okay, so the Ravens and the Texans. Obviously, I did my picks. My picks video is out right now. I filmed it yesterday after I got done working, and got it uploaded this morning. So those picks are out there. I did pick the Ravens to beat the Texans here. I have the Texans. I have the Texans covering the 9.5 points. I think that they're gonna. I think the Ravens will win by a touchdown. We'll see at these simulations if that holds true for the average. Okay, so let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the game. Right now, Ravens are up 7-0. Now it's tied at 7 here. We're getting close to halftime, and the Ravens have a 7-point lead. It's been a defensive struggle so far. Now it's 17-7. Oh, the Texans have cut it close. Okay, here we go. So the first game. Oh, you know what I need to do. I need to turn those voices off because I don't want that on there. Okay, so the first game goes to the Ravens. And actually, I need to switch this. Hold on, I'm keeping track of this on the spreadsheet. I need to make sure I have the teams in the right order here, because otherwise I will confuse myself. Okay, so 17-14. So the Ravens did not cover. All right, so let's go ahead and restart. Okay, let's go to options. Let's go to settings. Let's go to, where's audio? Game options? No. Volume control, there it is. Sorry, I was looking for A's. Okay, now let's turn a lot of this down quite a bit. Okay. Okay, so here we go, the second game of this simulation. So I do think that, like I said, I think that how that's getting played out there, I think that's going to be how it is in real life. I think that the Ravens are going to win most of these matchups, but Houston's got a puncher's chance. So, oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, Houston is way up on Baltimore at halftime, 24-14. Ravens have cut it down to a 3-point lead. Now the Ravens have tied the game. Fourth quarter. Oh, a touchdown by the Texans, and the Texans pull off the upset here in game number 2. 31-24. Boy, that is a result that would be something else for sure. Especially if my Kansas City Chiefs can find a way to beat the Bills today. All right, jump forward. All right, let's go to the end of the game here. We are tied at 1 now. Now we're 7-7 here at the end of the first quarter. Houston's up 3. Now Baltimore's back up by 4. Halftime, 14-10, the Ravens. A defensive struggle. Oh, tied at 17, late in the fourth quarter. Texans. Oh, we're in overtime. Houston. Oh, it's tied at 2 touchdowns in overtime. And then the Ravens kick a field goal in overtime. So the overtime rules do work out that way. Wow. So each team scored a touchdown on their first possession of overtime, and then the Ravens got the ball back. So that's something interesting, guys. You know, in my opinion, with the way that the new NFL overtime rules are, well, not the new, they've been around for 2 years now. We haven't seen it happen yet. If it was me, I would defer. I would not go first, because if you stop them, all you need to do is get a field goal. But if you give up a touchdown, you know you have to get a touchdown anyway. All right, so this one's 27-24 in favor of the Ravens. So the Ravens have 2 3-point wins, and the Texans have a touchdown point. Have a 7-point win. All right, here we go. So these have been really close games. This one's definitely favoring the Ravens. Yeah, this is kind of our first blowout. 35-17. 35-17 in favor of the Ravens. So the Ravens have won 3 of 4. All right, let's see what we do with game number. Yeah, but getting back to the overtime rules, I think that it's something that I think it's something that the team that wins the coin toss should defer if they're going to play an overtime game in the playoffs. Because here, my rationale for this, and this is another Ravens victory here, 31-3. Yikes! But my rationale with this is that you've got you have the advantage of knowing what you need to do, and if you and sometimes that works to. I understand sometimes that works to your detriment. But I also think that if you give up a touchdown on the first drive and then you go back down and get a touchdown yourself, I think, my opinion, you should go for 2. Because if you kick the extra point and tie the game, you're kicking back off to their team, and now it's sudden death, and now they just need to kick a field goal to win. So the odds of your defense is tired. The odds of you stopping them from getting 40 yards, is that greater than the 52% chance of you converting a 2-point conversion? That's the math that you have to do. So it's definitely something to think about. All right, so this is a 31-3 victory for the Ravens. Just that was a blowout. So all right, so let's go ahead and jump to the end of the game here. This is game number 6. We are tied all at 14. The Ravens have a 3-point lead. Now it's up to 10-point lead. Oh, Houston has cut the lead. Houston takes the lead. Oh, 11-point lead. And they run the clock out. So the Houston Texans pick up their second win in 6 tries here. 35-30. Okay. All right, so Texans not going to go down without a fight here for sure, and I think we're going to see that in the game today. Even though, like I said, I do think the Ravens are going to win this game. I have not seen what the weather is supposed to be like. I know it's supposed to be snowing in Buffalo tomorrow for the game. Okay, so another fairly easy win for the Ravens here. It was 31-10, and the Texans got kind of a late touchdown to make it look a little closer. Okay, let's restart it here. Let's pick up game number, I think this is game number 8. Yeah, this is number 8. We just have 3 more to do. All right, tied at 7 in the second quarter. All right, the Ravens have a 3-point lead, or a 10-point lead now at halftime. The Texans really doing nothing. They're just punting the ball back and forth. Just can't get anything, nothing sustained on offense. So the Ravens defense is really holding down the Texans here in most of these matchups. There are a couple of them and that 20 points was the second lowest point output that the Ravens have. So, and that's another thing is that the two lowest point outfits are 20 and 17, but both of them have been wins. So, and the Texans wins have been um, they've been shootouts, and I think that's really the only way I think the Texans are going to win this game. I don't think the Texans are going to win a low-scoring defensive effort. I think in order for the Texans to win, they're going to have to. It's going to have to be one of those games where you just every team scores every time down the field, and do you get touchdowns versus field goals? So, oh, the Ravens got a safety in there. Oh my gosh, they had all those cracks at the goal line there at the end and could not punch it in. All right, so 26-21. All right, another defensive struggle here. Houston has the lead. It's 14-13 in the fourth quarter. The Ravens have taken a 2-point lead. What just happened there? There was a flurry of scoring. How did they get to 22? Touchdown. Oh, they went for two. So with under 2 minutes with 33 seconds left, it was a Lamar Jackson threw a game-winning touchdown pass. Okay. Okay, so 26-22. This is weird. Hang on one second. My formulas are wrong in my spreadsheet. I don't know how they got off. Okay. Okay. So the Ravens. So the Texans won the second game 31-24, and they won the fifth game 35-30, or the sixth game 35-30, and then they did not win another game. Um, so the Ravens won 8 of 10, so 80% there. Average score for the Ravens 26.7, which is we round up here. We round up to 27. Average score for the Texans, total points for the Texans 191, so 19.1. So we'll round down. If it's at 0.5, we'll round up. If it's 0.4, we'll go down. So 27-19. So an average of an 8-point win. So again, that Vegas has set it at 9.5, and the simulation here is right at 8 points over 10 games. So I think I'm justified in taking the Texans and the points in this game. So that's kind of right where I think it's going to be. So again, I think the Texans. I think the only shot they really have in this game, to win this is to get into a shootout and hope that maybe they can turn Lamar Jackson over a couple times. Okay, next game. So the game tonight is the Packers and the 49ers. Okay. All right, so the home team are the 49ers, and the away team are the Packers. Ooh, 91-79 on the overall ratings. Okay, that's all right. Like I said, we're control the home team just so we have somebody to control. Okay, again, throw it short. Defend short pass. Just to be consistent. Okay, we're in simulation exhibition. All this stuff is good. It's going to be the 6:30. Okay, advance to game. All right, let's skip this part here. Now, this game I don't have as strong of a feeling on. Maybe it's because I don't know the NFC teams as well as I do the AFC teams. But I mean I know that San Francisco is incredibly talented, and they've got lots of really good skilled players on their team. Hang on, I'm getting my calculations right here. All right, oh, we're in the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game. What do we got? Oh, the Packers take the lead. Oh, a last-second field goal by the 49ers pulls it out. And Kyle Shanahan escapes. Wow. 24-23. Now, in this game, I do think that it's the same spread as the first game. It's 9.5 points. And I am taking the 49ers to win and by 10 points or more. I don't think the Packers defense is going to withstand the number of skilled players that the 49ers are going to throw at them. I think the Packers have like I said, like any team has a chance, but like in these simulations, I'm going to predict that the Packers, similar to the Texans, I think they'll probably win 2 games, maybe just one, but I think the 49ers will probably win 8 or 9 of these games. But we'll see. It was a lot closer in that first matchup. All right, here we go. 14-0 here. 14-7 at halftime. Tied up. Oh, it's going to overtime. It's going to a second overtime. Did somebody kick a field goal? I didn't see the score. Okay, so they went to 2 overtimes. 452 yards passing for Jordan Love. My word, but the 49ers pull out a 3-point win. I don't know. Maybe these games are going to be closer. All right, so 2 wins for the 49ers, but they have both been really close games. Boy, can you imagine a double overtime game in the playoffs for the Packers? Tom Grassi would be going absolutely crazy. And I'm going to share the live stream here. Come join me for Madden simulations. For the divisional round. Okay. Okay. Oh, and no. Okay. So here I'm trying to get my my video set here. So another 3-point win for the 49ers. So 28-31. Okay. All right. So these have been incredibly close games. So the Packers have really keeping the games close here. Oh, look! As soon as I shared it, and someone's watching now. So thank you to whoever jumped in the video. Feel free to leave a comment. All right, let's jump forward. So far, the 49ers have won three of the simulations here against the Packers, but they have all been close games. We had combined 7 points. Oh my gosh! Now this one's it looks like a blowout. 35-7 here in the fourth quarter. Okay, so this one definitely didn't go the way that. Well, none of them have gone the way the Packers want. They've lost all of them, but this one's more likely to be what I think it's going to be. 35-21. I think the 49ers are just they have just too much on offense. I'm not as dogmatic about Brock Purdy as like someone like Nick Wright is. I think Brock Purdy is a fine quarterback. I'm not sure if he can lead them to a Super Bowl, but I mean, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo led the 49ers to a Super Bowl, and so a lot of it's just the system. You know, Kyle Shanahan has a really great system for quarterbacks. All right, this one's 24-10. But there's that you shouldn't be penalized because you play in a good system. I mean, Patrick Mahomes. People talk about all the time about how like these guys in Chicago, these radio guys, and they had I don't know who did they have Mahomes on. I think they had him on or something like that, or it was before the Super Bowl against the Eagles, and the guy was like, the greatest quarterback of my lifetime could have been a Bear, you know. And but if Mahomes had been drafted by the Bears instead of Mitch Trubisky, would he be this? Would he be the player that we know today? I don't think so. I think it's just a combination of great talent, great head on your shoulder, but great coach too. It all works together. Everybody has a different. Every situation's a little different. Oh, here we go. Another victory for the 49ers, but this one's a lot closer. So far, through 6 games, the Packers have yet to manage to win. They have kept most of these pretty close, though. Oh, Packers have the lead. Oh, Niners tied the game. Oh, a safety by the Packers. Oh, wow. All right, so Green Bay gets their first win, 16-7. Let's look at that. I think that was a safety. Yeah, team safety. You're like, well, Matt, of course, it was 2 points. Well, I didn't know. Maybe they blocked a. Maybe they blocked the. Well, no, because they would have been 7. So anyway, no, you're right. So yeah, definitely would have definitely had to be a safety. Okay, so the Packers get their first win, 16-7. All right, let's jump forward. End of game. Yeah, but what I was saying is I think it's just a combination of quarterback talent and just the scheme that the coach operates. Oh, look at this. The Packers are winning this game. Oh, the Niners are coming back. But I just think it's a combination of scheme and quarterback talent, and also talent around the quarterback as well. Um, Look, I mean, people in Kansas City get upset when they talk when people say it's like, well, Mahomes is just who he is because of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and I'm like, well, it obviously makes Mahomes' job easier when he still has Kelce, but when he had Tyreek Hill, but Mahomes also made guys like Byron Pringle and Rob I forget the guy's first name, but Robinson. Um, he plays for the Rams now. So another close win for the 49ers here, so as we keep going. But Mahomes made those guys. He got them paid. Same thing with Albert Wilson. And what happened to these guys? Chris Conley, all these guys were really, really good with Mahomes because they had some talent, but Mahomes made them better. And they go to another city, they go to another team, and DeMarcus Robinson, and they just don't do anything, at least anything that we would consider of value. And now the opposite side too. Sometimes guys like Mahomes, sometimes they can't, just take nothing and turn it into something. Like Marquez Valdez-Scantling's a good example there. Marquez, MVS had a good season last year, and I say a good season. He was productive, to what they would want. Now, and the Packers, oh, look at this. Packers get a win, 35-31 on the 9th simulation. So we have one simulation to go here. But MVS, I mean, he was decent enough last year, but it's one of the biggest differences in the offense from last year to this year for the Chiefs is that guys like MVS have just not stepped up. And the Chiefs also, and they're in the two best offenses that they've had, 2018 and 2022, and not ironically enough, I mean, not coincidentally enough, but those were both years that Mahomes also had dynamic pass-catching running backs. Now, he's always had pass-catching running backs, but those were the years that he had the most production out of running backs from catching the ball. And that's a lot of what the Chiefs do. And they haven't had that a lot this year. McKinnon has gotten older. He's been hurt more this year. Pacheco's not the greatest at catching the ball out of the backfield. I mean, he's gotten a lot better, but yeah, I don't think it's just as simple as if Mahomes would have been on the Bears, he would have been an MVP candidate. Maybe he would have been, but I think it's everything all taken together that makes the player who he is. Oh, Packers take the lead here in the fourth quarter. Oh, the 49ers get a game-winning touchdown in the final 10 seconds, and Matt LaFleur is LaFleured. 35-32. Okay, well, this is exactly the way I said it was going to go. The 49ers won 8 of the 10 games, but it was a lot closer than I thought. So total points 269 to 237. So average score 27-24 is the average score here. 27-24, but the Niners won 8 of 10. So it's those coin flip games, man, they could just go either way. All right. Let me get my spreadsheet set up because my formulas, I don't know how these formulas got so far off. And I'm literally using the same spreadsheet as last year. Okay. Custom game. This time it's going to be the Lion, or the, oh, I need to change the Bucks at the Lions, not Lions at Bucks. Okay. Bucks at the Lions. All right, so let's go down to the L's. Lions. Buccaneers. Okay, let's control the Lions. Ready, set, go. All right. The Lions actually they're a throw-up medium team, and they're gonna. I think we'll do a throw medium, defend medium against the Lions. Lions and the Bucks. Okay, it's going to be a 1:00 game. Clear. Well, it's actually in a dome. All right, here we go. Now in these simulations, this one I do have the Lions beating the Buccaneers, and I think this one's going to be. I think the Lions are 6-point favorites, and I think that, and I don't think that Tampa Bay is. I actually have the Lions covering this. So I have the Lions winning by at least 7 in my prediction. But let's see how the simulations play themselves out. So far, Tampa. Wow, it was got a little closer there at the end, but Tampa Bay with a 21-14 win. Now, I am not going to be surprised if Tampa Bay wins this game. I am not a big believer. Even though the Lions were 12-4 this year, they beat my Chiefs. I'm just not a huge believer in the Lions and the whole restore the roar thing. Maybe they'll surprise. I mean, they're in the divisional round of the playoffs, so you got to give them credit for that. But it has been a tremendous turnaround with what they've done this year. Even low last year and into this year. All right, so at halftime, looks like the Buccaneers have a 1 point lead going into the fourth quarter. Buccaneers still holding on to a 4 point lead. Oh, Lions take the lead. We're getting down to the end of the game. Oh, look at that. The Lions hold on. The Buccaneers, well, they couldn't even kick a field goal there. They were down there. They could have kicked a field goal to tie the game. Maybe they turned it over. Well, we have the score summary. That's just scoring summary. That's not. I don't think there's a drive summary. No. Okay. All right. So Lions get the 3 point win. All right. So we're tied at 1 here so far. One team with a 4 point. One team with a 7 point win. One team with a 3 point win. All right. So it's pretty evenly matched so far. What you would expect from these two teams. All right, let's check this one out. All right, what have we got here? It's still 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Lions up 3-0. Tied at 3. Halftime, it's going to be tied at 10. Lions up 7-0 going into the fourth quarter. Oh, now they're up 14 with under 2 minutes to go. And the Lions hold on for a 24-17 win. Again, this game. I will actually get to miss this game. I'm going to be at a play, so we'll not see this game live. Which of all 4 games, this is the one I probably care the least about, because I do want to see what the Packers are going to do. I think just the Packers are a good story there. Obviously, definitely interested in the AFC game today. All right, so the Lions get another victory over Tampa Bay here. A defensive struggle, 17-7. But like I said, I spoke a little. I didn't say I spoke bad about the Lions here, but I do have them winning this game by at least a touchdown. So, and like I said, they're here and they're in their conference's Final Four. So they've done something right this year. The NFC is just not as strong as the AFC. AFC teams just have to just beaten up on each other. All right, Lions with another victory, another good defensive effort. So 13-7. That's 2 straight games the Buccaneers have only managed 7 points. All right, let's restart it. Jump forward. End of game. All right, Lions holding on to a lead here. Tampa Bay just not able to move that ball. Another close touchdown win for the Lions, 17-10. So neither team has cracked 20 points in the last 3 simulations. And the Buccaneers have only gone over 20 points one time, and that was when they got 21 in the very first one. can't remember if I said on my picks video if I thought this was going to be a high scoring game or a low scoring game. I think I said this was going to be a low scoring game, like a 20. Like I think I said like 21-10 type score. I have to go back and look at my video. Tied at 19. We're in overtime, and the Lions get the overtime win after they stopped the Buccaneers on their first drive. The Lions get a 25-19 victory over the Buccaneers. So this is actually the Lions have been dominating this series here so far, but at this point, well, it is they've only been winning by an average of 3 points. So again, the games have been very carefully. Yes, yeah. Hey, thanks for jumping into the live stream here. I have already done the Packers. I'm doing them in order that the games are going to go this weekend. Here real quick, I'll let you know what the Packers results were while this is doing this simulation here. So the Packers won. The Packers only managed to get 2 of the 10. I did 10 simulations. The Packers got 2 wins out of 10 tries, but the scores were incredibly close. The average score, total points, is 237 for the Packers and 269 for the 49ers. So average score 27-24. So it was a lot closer than the 9.5 point spread that Vegas has put out there. So I think that the Packers are. It's almost the simulation results would seem like it's a coin flip, but every result in this game so far has gone. Most of them went to the 49ers, but they were incredibly close games. One thing that, and you can go back and kind of watch that. You can rewind it here a little bit on YouTube and watch that if you'd like. But one of the things that I noted was that the only way that the Packers won those 2 games is they were both in shootouts. They were both one of the shootouts. It was a here I'm going back and looking at my notes here. Oh, actually, they only won 1 of the 10 games. You'll have to. Well, maybe I put this in here wrong because I thought they won the second game 34-31, but I have the 49ers winning that game 34-31. I might have gotten the numbers backwards, but they did win the ninth game 35-31, and so that I really think that's really where you're going to look at. You're going to get to see the. I think that's where the Packers are going to have to live in order to win this game. I think they're going to have to win a shootout. I don't think either team's. Well, I don't think the Packers are going to blow them out, the 49ers, like they blew out the Packers this past week. I suppose anything is possible, but if there's going to be a blowout one way, I would think it would be on the 49ers side. But yeah, I have already done those. But feel free to rewind and kind of watch those a little bit and listen to me ramble about. I think I was talking a lot about the Bears and the Chiefs drafting in 2017 during that game. So I do apologize. Okay. Yeah, I don't know I'm not as up as much on the NFC side as I am the AFC side because I am a Chiefs fan. All right, so we got 2 simulations to go here on the Buccaneers and the Lions. All right, so we got 10-0 up for the Lions now over the Bucks. 17-0 here at halftime. 20-0. This game is definitely 22-0. So in that last game, and I was talking about the Packers there. The last game, it was the 23-17, the Bucks over the Lions. So that was only the second game in the simulation series that the Bucks managed to score more than 20 points. But this one, they're shut out by the Lions. And they've managed to get under 10 points now 3 times. So last game of the simulation here, Lions and Bucks. The one thing that I'm thinking here is that I guess I'm a little surprised the Lions aren't scoring more against this defense. Well, as soon as I say that, look at that. Now they're at 27-21. I think, is that the highest? Yeah, that was the highest. That's the highest scoring game of the simulation, 27-21. All right, so a lot more low scoring games in this series. All right, so let's go back and review them real quick. So the Bucks won the first game by 7, 21-14. And then the Lions won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. 20-17, 24-17, 17-7, 13-7, 17-10, 25-19. And then the Bucks won the 8th game, 23-17. And then 2 wins to top it off for the Lions, 22-0 and 27-21. So the Lions won 8 out of 10. Average, so 196 to 142. So average score 20-14. So an average of 6-point win, which Vegas has it at 6.5 right now. So I will say the Madden simulations are holding right on to what Vegas is saying for. I don't know what the over/under is, total points, but looks like Vegas has got this one. Maybe Vegas uses Madden simulations to put their numbers out. Probably not. All right, let's finish this up. Let's do our last game, which is the game that everybody wants to see, right? Which is the Bills. The first time in Patrick Mahomes' career where he will go on the road. And just because it's the Chiefs, I'm going to control the Chiefs. Like I said, though, we're going to throw it short. We're going to defend the short pass. Actually, they probably throw it long. Okay, so I do know that the weather. All right, it's going to be the 6:30. It's going to be light snow. What did Chris Berman used to say? Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Okay, here we go. Chiefs and Bills, part 3 of their playoff history. The Chiefs obviously have beaten the Bills twice in the playoffs. I might slow this one down a little bit. Maybe do a look at some quarters here. Okay, so at the end of the first quarter, it's now 14-0. Okay. No, Bills have managed to come back within 7, so 14-7. (14-10). Oh, the Bills take the lead. Oh, look at that. The Chiefs led the whole game, but then the Chiefs offense just bogged down, could not pull it out there in the end. So they scored 14 points in the first quarter and then just did not do anything the rest of the game. Look at that. They were flat the whole game. That was kind of similar to the regular season game this year too. All right, let's restart it, and let's see what we can do here. We're just gonna go through the whole game instead of quarter by quarter. I just kind of want to see that for one game. All right, Bills take an early lead. Bills up 10-0. Bills up 17-0. Now 17-7. 24-7. This is actually every Chiefs fan's worst nightmare. Is if the Josh Allen train gets rolling, it's gonna be tough to stop him. So this is a 31-10, 31 to a 3 touchdown victory here by the Bills. So the Bills up 2-0 here. As I'm trying to tell myself, this is just a video game. This is just a video game. All right, Bills take an early lead here. Chiefs have tied it at 3, 6-3, 9. All right, 9-6. Battle of field goals. Another field goal. Chiefs take a 3-point lead. Oh, they're down again. Oh, they're back up. Oh, they're up 10. How did that happen? Boy, that was lightning fast. We're gonna have to look at that scoring summary because they scored a ton of points there and like just randomly. There was it 33-23 was the final score. Here, I got to see what that scoring summary was because I totally missed what that. So 13, so 16-12 at the end of the third quarter. And negative 8-yard pass? What does that? That doesn't make any sense. So they got a touchdown, and then. Oh, okay. So they got a touchdown at a minute 54 left in the game. 12-yard touchdown pass to from Kelsey, from Mahomes to Kelsey. And then 13 seconds later, Pacheco scores on a 4-yard run. So the Bills must have turned it over on the kickoff, or maybe on the first play, Allen must have thrown an interception, or they must have fumbled or something. Because it was like just boom, boom. The Chiefs like scored like 14 points in just rapid fashion there. That's why it confused me. I was like, wait a second. All right, jump forward into game. All right, so 2-1 in favor of the Bills so far. Well, Bills up by a touchdown. Now up by 2. Well, now back up by 1 touchdown. 2 touchdowns. Chiefs could not stop the Bills on that final drive there. So the Bills run the clock out. So a 7-point win for the Bills here. So the Bills have a 3-1 edge so far through 4 games. All right, let's restart it and do simulation numero 5. All right, tied at 7. 14-7, 14-14. Third quarter. Chiefs up now by a touchdown. Buffalo's tied the game. We're in overtime, folks. We are in overtime, and the Bills win in overtime 27-21. All right, so these results are not going the way that I want them. Oh, crap. Hey, AJ, how's it going? I pressed the wrong button. I got to get back into the... Great. Got to get back into here now. Bills are the home team. Chiefs are the away team. Okay. Why did I do that? All right, let's go back to, it's a 6:30 game, and it's going to be light snow. Because it's always snowing in Buffalo in the month of January. All right, Noah Gray's he's like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Well, Noah, you haven't done it so far. You've only managed to win 1 game out of 6. So you're kind of disappointing me there. But this is kind of who the Chiefs are this year, so we'll see. I'm going to ride or die with them. They're my team. Oh, my. Oh, look at that. The Chiefs. Boy, they had a huge lead. When I say huge, they had like a 13-point lead. Then they almost blew it there. But then a game-winning field goal by Harrison Butker. And the Chiefs managed to get a 34-32 win. I wonder if that's a scoregami. Does anybody know? 34-32? Has that score ever happened before? I'm sure it has. If anybody's watching, if you can confirm if 34-32 has ever happened before. It seems like a weird score. If you guys like scoreagami like I do. All right, Chiefs up 7-0 here. Bills have tied the game. Chiefs back on top by 7. Oh, Chiefs stopped the Bills. Now up 21-7, 21-10 here. Oh, 21-17 at halftime. Cut the lead to 5. Bills driving. Nope, they punt the ball. Chiefs up 35-23. The Bills late touchdown, but it's not enough as the Chiefs 35-30. And the Chiefs have now won 2 in a row here, clawing their way back. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? The Bills get the ball every single time to start the game. I think that's interesting. 10-0, 17-0. Well, this is 20-0. Not the way the Chiefs want this game to go, obviously. Don't think the Chiefs are going to do it here. Now, a valiant effort, down 28-0, and they come back to make it a ball game, but now, so my real life thoughts here on this game. I think that the Bills are a very talented team. Josh Allen is a heck of a quarterback. I mean, he's such a freak of nature. But I think the Bills, their injuries on defense, I think, are really going to come into play in this game. You know, Matt Milano, they've been without Matt Milano for the majority of the season. We're in overtime. Who got the win here? Oh, Buffalo got the win. They get a field goal or a touchdown? Touchdown. 33-27. All right, last game, and then I'll offer some of my thoughts on this game as a Chiefs fan. Someone who's biased, obviously. But I don't always pick the Chiefs to win every game. You know, like Tom Grossi, if you watch him on, you know, the Packers stuff, but you know he does a lot of NFL stuff too. I mean, he's picked the Packers to win every. He said he'll pick the Packers to win every game, regardless. Oh, look at that! The Chiefs came back and then kicked a game-winning field goal down the stretch. All right, so average score: Buffalo 27, Chiefs 24. So the Chiefs had 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the Bills won six of these simulations, and the Chiefs won 4. So pretty even. Bills have a slight advantage on the total number of wins, and they won by an average of 3 points, 27-24, which ironically enough is the Chiefs won this one, 27-24. That's probably how it's going to go down in real life too. I mean, the line is at 2.5 points right now. The Bills are favorited, so it's funny. My simulation results in all of these games, except the Packers and 49ers, that was the only one that was a lot closer than what Vegas is thinking it's going to be. The other 3 games have all gone just about the way that Vegas is saying that they're going to go. And now when it comes to the Chiefs and Bills, obviously I'm pulling for the Chiefs here. Now, my initial gut reaction last week when I was picking the wild card round, and I did a quick pick of the divisional round too, without giving it too much foresight, I did pick the Bills to win in that game. Now, my official picks for the divisional round went up live this morning. They're on my YouTube channel here. You can find them. I am picking the Chiefs to win, and not just because I'm a Chiefs fan, but the things that I'm looking at here and why I think the Chiefs are going to there's some things that like video game simulations and numbers they don't tell you. There's a different energy, there's a different aura about this team right now. And some people say, well, can you really flip a switch? Because the Chiefs' offense does not look the same as it has in years past. The difference is that the league of itself is not performing as what they have in the past. Scoring is down 6.5 points a game across the league. That's not just the Chiefs. That's league wide, and it can be attributed to a lot of different things. My personal opinion is attributed to the fact that there's incredibly athletic, big, strong, athletic guys on the defensive lines right now, and they are wreaking havoc on the less athletic offensive line. And I think in any time we've seen shifts in offense in the league, it's always predicated on what's the difference between the offensive line and defensive lines. And the offensive lines, in high schools and colleges are going to have to start revamping how they're putting their players out there, and in training, so to speak, because right now they're getting beat and quarterbacks are getting absolutely pulverized right now in the NFL. The NFL set a record for a number of quarterbacks that played this year from any other season in the league. Now, granted, you're going to get those total numbers just because there's more teams. But we've had this number. They've had 32 teams now for what, 25 years? It's 30 years. It's been a long time since the NFL has expanded. But it's one of these things where I think that we've seen a kind of a shift to the defensive side of the ball, even though it's still an offensive heavy game. Would you be surprised to know that the Chiefs are number 9 in the league in scoring? Their offense is ranked number 9. And you're like, well, because all you hear about from all the talking head shows on TV and on the radio and on the interwebs is that the Chiefs' offense is broken. Patrick Mahomes has been figured out. And now, to an extent, yeah, the Chiefs' offense has been largely a disappointment, but you're comparing it to offenses that were historically good. The run that the Chiefs had from 2018 to last year, from an offensive standpoint, was unseen and unheard of in NFL history, in terms of consistency and putting up consistent points, and scoring consistently, and just the number of yards that you're putting up. And not even the Rams, the greatest show on turf, was. Now, they may have had a single season that was better, but the consistency for 5 years. But then when you look at it this year, obviously this year it takes a dip down. But I think you have to take it into account with the rest of the league as well. So there's definitely something that is happening league-wide. I don't know if there's more penalties being called on offenses. I'm not trying to make this out to be a refs thing, but there's definitely a reason as to why the game has shifted to scoring fewer points. So I don't know. Well, it'd be interesting to see where the trends go in the next couple of years. But the only one that's not all right. So in my picks, I picked the Ravens to win. So the simulations hold true there. I picked the 49ers to win. Simulations hold. I picked the Lions to win. Simulations are good there. I had the Chiefs beating the Bills, and obviously the simulations here favored the Bills, but slightly. It was the closest of all of the simulations. Most of them were 8 or 9 wins for one side or another. This one was 6-4, and just a 3-point margin on average for the Bills. So it's going to be a very close game tomorrow night in Buffalo. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy, but Patrick Mahomes, how does he do in the snow? Well, he's played like 3 or 4 snow games, and he's always played pretty well. I always remember the Bears game in 2019, or not the Bears game, the Broncos game in 2019, where he was just kind of standing out there. People were just running past him, and he just makes a little move here or there, and people just go sliding past him, and then he ends up throwing like a touchdown to like Byron Pringle, who's just like standing alone in the end zone, doesn't even move. It's just one of those things I remember from that season. So anyway, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. thank you so much for watching this video. For a couple of you that watched live, I do appreciate it. I appreciate you jumping here on the channel. Consider subscribing to my channel for more NFL content. I'm going to be here every week, all week, every weekend as we go through the NFL playoffs, and obviously we'll be doing that all the way through the Super Bowl, and we'll do a season wrap-up at the end of the year. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do any baseball content this year or not. I've really soured on the Royals. Baseball is something that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time commitment to do, like a weekly thing or not a daily. You can't do something for every single game. But I'm still toying around with what I want to do with the channel from a gaming standpoint. Do I want to keep doing some Let's Plays? I haven't found a game that I really want to do a Let's Play of. I think when Horizon Forbidden West comes to the PC, I'll probably do a PC playthrough of that, even though I've tried to do a live stream or do the recordings on the PlayStation here to my channel, and it's not the same. I'm in my basement right now doing it on my Blue Yeti, but it's just so much easier if I'm at my PC, because I just don't have the setup in my basement is just not nearly the same. It's just not as comfortable. It's not as conducive to streaming. So anyway, you're not here for that. You're here for NFL content. So I will be back probably on Monday night. So probably look for my video Tuesday morning for a wrap-up of the divisional round series, the divisional round weekend of games this weekend. Please enjoy the games. If you're going to be out with friends, please be responsible. Be safe as you're out there, and have a great time watching these games. And as always, go Chiefs. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.